Okay, I'm good. No intro. Come on, please. I actually did a gameplay of this once before. Yeah, I'm gonna start on chapter 4. Because why not? Chapters. Chapter 4. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh! Oh yeah, that's right. What was my name before? Yeah, sure, let's... Welcome back, Valeria. Yay! I have no earphones today because I couldn't find them. Vincent Edgeworth, is it? Welcome to RMU! Here's the key to your dorm! Enjoy meeting your new roommate! Oh my god, we're gonna see Vincent's past! Yo! Hey, Vincent, my man. New roommate. Pardon me, is anyone there? I'm coming in. Victor! Oh my god! Oh, hello there! Pleasure to meet you. You're Vincent, right? Oh my gosh! Please allow me to introduce myself. I am your roommate, Victor Blake. I'm majoring in economics. It's an incredible chance of fate for us to meet each other at this place, don't you think? An incredible chance of fate. Don't make me laugh. Everything exists for a reason. Our life experiences are shaped by our own actions, not fate. Haha, you say so. But that also means there has to be a reason for both of us to be standing here, correct? I'd rather live in a singular room. I see that you're a pretty straightforward guy, huh? I understand first day of school is always quite nerve-wracking, isn't it? But you can call me on this, I'm sure we're going to become great friends. Aww. Anyway, shall we start with some simple introductions? Hold on. Hold on, I gotta picture this. Hey! Which district are you from, Vincent? G4 district, G4, is it? Same here. Then it looks like we're both domestic students. What do you like about G4? Where do you usually have to go? You usually go to have fun? I don't really go out much. Same. I see. What about hobbies? What do you like to do in your spare time? I enjoy reading about history and philosophy. I heard he has a cat. I wanna see that cat. Oh, that's exciting. What else? That's it. Is that not enough? I see. It seems like you've been working pretty hard, huh, Vincent? You think I'm boring? No. Why would I? Oh! Anyway, I heard that there's going to be a freshman party tonight. Would you like to come with me, Vincent? Not interested. Come on. Okay, but what's wrong with making some new friends? Am I still recording? I'm still recording, good. We're just 4 minutes. It's gonna be 30 minutes, I swear to you. I have absolutely no clue how much work I've put in on blah 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 blah. But all the other idiots here think that... I'm not reading through all this. But for those people, those 3 letters of RMU merely serve as a title for them to show off. The true reason for them to celebrate on the first day is that their goal was just to get admitted here. I see. Do you have pretty high expectations for others as well, huh, Vincent? However, please allow me to disagree with you. You're wrong to assume that those students are celebrating because they believe they no longer need to work hard. Perhaps for them, RMU symbolizes the beginning of a new chapter in their life. I could care less about what you think. What remains unchanged is that they're wasting their time. But I am different. I know I still have a long way to go. We are at the top of the university in G4 district, and not to mention the most competitive one. RMU's acceptance rate is only 4.5%, and because of that, I will cherish my time here even more. I will be focusing on my studies and only my studies, nothing else. Oh, come on, man. The competition is far from over. If I dawdle now, it will be no different than admitting defeat to others here. I won't consider myself a success when I get hired by that place. By that place? Well, let me guess. Could you possibly aiming for the Myers Corporation? That is hilarious. Are you mocking me? Oh no, don't get me wrong. I just think Vincent's adorable. So adorable that I want to laugh. Did you have something to do with this? I was worried for a second that my roommate was going to be boring as hell, but now I see that I was terribly wrong. Every word you say can entertain me all day long. What did you say? My dear Vincent, do you mind if I ask what your major is? I am law student. Law student, huh? Indeed. You certainly don't look like an engineering student. Do you really think studying hard is all you need to get in the top of the company in G4? Quit joking around. Your hard work is not the only thing that matters in the workplace. Socializing is also an integral part of it. This is especially important for your chosen profession. With such a lousy personality, I shudder to think that the lonely life you lead. Even if you do get to the Myers Corporation, you will just be ostracized by everyone. Your co-workers won't like you, and your boss will just think you're useless and incapable of understanding the ways of the world. It will be your fate to end up being an outcast and be forced to leave the Myers Corporation because you don't belong there. Oh, wait, or should I say, this will be the life experience shaped by your own actions? But since you've already made up your mind, there's nothing I can do about it. Respect your decision. If you change your mind at any time, please feel free to join us at the party. I hope to see you at the freshman party, Vincent. We'll catch up later. Okay? So I'm gonna be playing as Vincent here? Am I? Am I? Am I? Am I? Unforgivable. He had such a sickening smile on his face, and his words were filled with nothing but sarcasm. A recent hypocritical arrogant scums like him more than those unprotective good-for-nothing students, okay? Myers outcast. My destiny is mine to decide. I have not asked for your worthless opinion, and certainly don't need a loser like you to mock my dreams. Exactly who are you talking to? I shouldn't be thinking about these useless matters. Thank God he's left the room. Give me at least one more night alone. Instead of getting indignant about that guy like that, I might as well use the evening to improve my knowledge furthermore. What, it's evening now? So which book should I start with today? Being and Nothingness, Republic, The Birth of Tragedy. Dang. Why don't we start with Leviathan today? And from this dividends of one another, there's no way of any man secure himself as reason. Okay. By force or what? To master the persons of all men, he can so long till he see no other power great enough to endanger it. Dang, it's night already. Also, what's up with the snow? I see some things falling down from this. Victor Blake was his name, wasn't it? Come to think of it, he was my first roommate and the first person I ever met here. Maybe I shouldn't have given him the cold shoulder on the first day. It wasn't the wisest thing to do. After all, I will be spending most of my time here, in this tiny room with him. That's tiny? Okay. No, that's not true. I should be able to move out and live alone next year. I have no reason to put a smile on for this guy. And I'm not in the mood to do that. No. The fireflies. Law can never be against reason, our lawyers are agreed. And that's not the letter. That is very constructed of it. But that which is according to the intention of the legislator is the law. It's getting dark. It's 12 o'clock? When is this guy going to return? My gosh, can you... Wow, why am I thinking about him? His lifestyle is definitely none of my business. It feels as if I'm eagerly waiting for him to come back. I don't understand. This is fate, Vincent. This fate. Cannot deny. Not that doesn't... Okay. Where is he? It's 3:30 in the morning. This is inexcusable. Why wait for him then? Why are you waiting for him? But you're on your very first day of RMQ. All you do is party until the wee hours of the morning. Where did you get the confidence to speak to me like that? Can we go outside? Can we go outside? I wanna go outside. Dang. Where is he? Aww. I wanna cover my eyes. It's a horror game after all. Geniuses are often born in isolation with a lovely destiny. They often have a tendency for self-abandonment, to abandon everything for their ideals. I want to lower the volume. Nothing is predestined in life. I've always believed that ever since I was a child, a person's destiny can be changed by no one but themselves. Oh shoot! Ordinary people obey fate, but the strong ones become rulers of their own destiny. To enter Myers Corporation and become the creme de la creme of the creme de la creme, wow, is my goal. But why? Why do I still feel so helpless sometimes? In the face of so-called fate. The real loneliness is a deep void, an emptiness that will drive you crazy. Even in the midst of cheering, you feel nothing but emptiness, melancholy, and frustration inside you. Oh, I like this cutscene. When I stand in the middle of a crowd, I feel even more lonely and out of place than I do when I am alone. I look at all the people drinking and chatting and can only ask myself, why don't I feel the same joy as they do? Have I really abandoned everything that I deserve to pursue my dream? Is the loneliness that I feel a price that I must pay? I know better than anyone else that coming here won't change anything. It's a brand new year. I hope all the misfortunes will go away. I'm going to be an adult soon. Perhaps I'll be more mature then. Or maybe I'll finally be able to make real friends when I go to my new school. Aww, Vincent. Birthdays, New Year's, new school. I've heard similar prayers all my life. Humans always like to place hopes on useless things that make them feel like to turn around will come out of nowhere. They willingly blind themselves and are reluctant to see the truth that many of the changes in their life need to be done by themselves. What will change in the new year if you don't do anything? How will you become more mature if you don't even try to improve yourself? But in the end, I realized really not that different from them. I had hoped that my life would change when I came to RMU. I had hoped that I would find real friends at RMU. Oh, I feel bad for Vincent. It's 5 in the morning. Looks like I won't be getting any sleep today. I might as well pack up and get ready for the first day of school. And the first day of school, Victor? Vincent, you're still awake? Hey, I'm not feeling so well. I think I might be. Whoa! Victor! I called it! Is he sick? You're awake. Are you feeling any better? What time is it? How long have I been asleep? It's already noon. Oh god, I've missed all my morning classes. Well, am I supposed to congratulate you? Not only that, but you've made me miss all my morning classes as well. I'm sorry. Aww, perhaps you don't remember, but the doctor from the infirmary has visited here. I was worried that you were seriously ill, but the doctor said it seemed to be a case of overexhaustion and stress. She said that with some rest, you should be able to recover soon. It's not so, thank goodness. But if that's the case, why are you still here with me? I guess I just wanted to make sure you were feeling better when you woke up with my own eyes. Ah. Oh, how cute! I wasn't quite sure what I was supposed to do, so I bought you a cup of hot chocolate. Yo, I wanna have something like this. I also asked them to make the foam on top to be the shape of a kitten. I wanna have one as well. Oh, what's so funny? No, nothing. But why, Vincent? After all that I said, to be honest, I'd rather just turn a blind eye to you. I don't want to have anything to do with your life or death. But you're my roommate, so you're part of my responsibilities. I had no other choice. Aww. What were you thinking? Ruining your body by partying in the early hours of the morning a day before the school started. I didn't go. What? I didn't go to the freshman party. Then what were you doing all night? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Isn't it obvious? I want to get away from you. Get away from me? My dad obnoxious to you? No, it's because of the things you said. May not seem like it, but I haven't slept well for days on end. Aww, Victor. My poor little buddy. Late into every night, I'm plagued by a million thoughts. I never knew what I was going to do when I got here. Thinking about the future terrifies me. My goal was to get accepted to RMU, but a lot of the time it felt like I was just carrying out my family's expectations of me. Don't we all? You have to make us proud, was what my parents would always say to me. But when I finally got here, I just felt lost and overwhelmed. I made it to RMU, I've succeeded, right? But then what? What happens after that? Why isn't anyone telling me what to do next? It was as if I was standing on this last step of a staircase, but it didn't lead anywhere. That's when I realized I had not a single clue what I wanted. Oh. And then I met you, and that feeling became stronger and stronger. Everything about you irritated me. Condescending attitude and the way you talked without any consideration for others made me want to punch you in the face. If only that was the truth. One night spent in the cold sobered me up. I was not actually angry with you, just disappointed in myself. Because you're different from me, Vincent. An admirable person. Unlike me, many of the students here, you know exactly what you want. You have a clear goal in your mind, and every drop of your effort goes toward it. Aww. You came here because you wanted to be here. And I came here simply because that was what I had been told to do my whole life. Oh, blushing Vincent. The loss I felt for myself when I heard you say those words had never been stronger. But I was unwilling to face the truth, and I turned it into jealousy. I'm sorry, Vincent. I had said such terrible things to you. Yeah. Are you blushing? No, I just didn't expect you to be so honest with me. Is it because I called you an admirable person? You enjoyed being complimented like that, didn't you? I don't know what you're talking about. Come to think of it. Hey, shut. So, in that case, I'll take my leave then. Oh, no, don't go. 2 more things. Yeah. First, maybe I don't fully understand how you feel, and I'm not sure what to say to make you feel better. But you're here for 4 years, aren't you? I'm sure you'll find your goal eventually, a goal that's just for you. If all you need is someone to talk to when you're feeling down, I'll be here for you. Aww. Second, if you have the right to be angry with me if I make you upset, and I allow you to do that. Oh, blushing Victor as well. See you this evening, Victor. Wait a minute, Vincent. Thanks for the hot chocolate. Oh, the kitty hot chocolate. Aww. It's so cute! And just like that, they became college roommates for the next 4 years. Who is this? And why exactly are you telling me these? I know who you really are, infiltrator. What you should be scared of is, if Major M finds out, it'll be all over for you. But I know what you want, believe it or not, to a certain extent. We actually share the same goal. Who is this? Intriguing. The same goal? Who are you? Say, want to collaborate with me, my dear infiltrator? Vincent Edgeworth. It's been a long time, Venora. Have we met? A long time? Didn't we just meet last night? Oh yeah, that's right, there was a prequel of this game. Indeed, in a sense we did. But I'm sure you'll agree that we're all more than just mindless walking corpses, aren't we? But Nora, have you ever considered what decides someone's personality? No? Well, it should be obvious that none of us were born with a fixed personality. A person's character can change based on their living environment, their family upbringing, and how people behave around them. In other words, their life experiences forge their personality, or should I say, their memories. Correct. That means that depending on the number of memories recollected, a person's demeanor and mannerism will also change somewhat. And it's obvious to me that the woman standing in front of me right now is not the same person as the one I saw last night. By the way, this comment, your new glove suits you very well.
Nara.
Wow! That's such a cute voice! However, what I'm curious to know is how much of your memory has truly come back. The hell you mean? Only a bit. I remember that I was a detective from the G4 Investigation Bureau. I remember that I came to your mansion to investigate the case of missing citizens over recent years, and the truth behind the G4 cyborg incident. And after that, I don't remember what happened after that. You didn't do anything to me, did you? Is that so? That's fine. I'm still recording. Yeah, I'm still recording. That's good. Wait. Okay, just a bit. Vincent, you knew exactly who I was all along. Why were you hiding everything from me? Me? Hiding everything? You've got it all wrong, madam. If I didn't wish to help you, why would I go through all this trouble to offer you leads? That business card? It was your intention to give me that business card to lead me back to the Myers Corporation to find my memories? You have a special power in you, don't you? I have? As I expected, you've discovered this as well. Able to see past memories contained in certain objects. If that's the case, do you even need me to tell you a bit of it? What if I'm confused? Even if I had told you the truth while we were in the mansion, that would be nothing more than just a bedtime story for you. It wouldn't have helped you find your true self, would it? In other words, you wanted me to utilize this power for myself so that I could truly realize my own past. I don't believe anything you say. You have no reason to help me at all. As the former lawyer of the Myers Corporation, you pinned all the blame on Winston for the G4 Cyberx incident. Where is he, by the way? You were willing to do anything to get what you were after. There has to be another reason for you to do everything you did for me. I don't care what's going on between you and the Myers Corporation at the present time, but what I do know is you're not a righteous person and cannot be trusted. Okay. A righteous person. Huh. Haha. Laughing soundtrack. Venora, with all due respect, you're even more humorous without your memory than with it. Heh. Have you ever heard of something like this, Venora? Kill one man, and you're a murderer. Kill millions of men, and you're a conqueror. Kill them all, and you're a god. And how would you define a righteous person, Venora? Are you telling me that you think you qualify as one? I killed someone? In this world, there is nothing that is absolutely right, nor is there anything that is absolutely wrong. I want the essence of good and evil. We played prequel of this, and evilism. Things could just be from one point of view, but maybe mortal from another. That doesn't really matter either, in the end. None of us are entitled to stand what we think is right and criticize others. Every human being, living and dead, every species has done selfish things for their own benefit. But humans, and only humans, have invented one set of moral concepts after one another to justify their self-centered actions. How many things that used to be considered taboo are now acceptable? And how many things that were considered harmless in the past are now unacceptable? Righteousness and wickedness, injustice and evil, these are all just fabrications created by human society. As time passes, as the ruling groups change, they find that the reasoning of the past no longer justifies their actions today. Time and time again, Humans find a new justification and rewrite their norms over and over again, in order to label themselves as righteous, stand in the shoes of an omniscient God, and to judge others by their so-called morality. But these moral judgments about good and evil cannot exist until they are decreed by a society's central authority. Once removed from legal social constraints, these definitions no longer hold water. What exactly are you getting at? Yeah, me don't know. Whoa! This is cool! Heroes and villains don't exist. All that really exists are losers and winners. Become a winner in society, become the conqueror of the world, and you'll be on the right side of history. By the same token, become a loser, and you will be on the side of the wrongdoing. It is not up to you or me to decide who is righteous between us. It all depends on who comes out on top, right? Oh, cutscenes are so cool! Only that, the tip of the iceberg you're remembering now only serves to distort the truth. When you get all your memories back, perhaps you will be enlightened. You'll understand why I've done all those things. But of course, I don't really care about that either. The thought of winning your approval has never crossed my mind once, Lenora, nor do I need it at all. Okay, so what do you need? Why are you here? I never said what you did was without reason, Vincent. On the contrary, I am pretty sure that you do have one. Okay. Oh man, righteous or not, all I want is the truth and only the truth. What is my truth? Truth is it, I see. In that case, may I offer you a proposition? Why don't we explore that room together? The room filled with truth. What room filled with... Oh, I almost forgot. You say, it's correct. The secret chamber. It's here? What do you think, Venora? Why not use your power to solve the mystery there? Oh no! I'm gonna end up having nightmares. The elevator. That's what I took to get to the basement. Draco and I were pursued by some sort of monster on the way here. I had no clue what happened after the crash. I don't know what happened to Draco either. That monster is probably Vincent. I'm watching you, bro. There's no need to worry about Draco, Venora. You didn't kill him, did you? You know where he is? No. But what I do know is, he's not as vulnerable as you imagine him to be. Is he part of you? Oh, shoot, no. Okay. PC, computer. Do. Looks like you need to follow on the on-screen instruction to enter the password. I don't know what the password is yet. I need to get some more clues. Wow, okay. A bookcase full of books. How fascinating. Vince took a book and flipped through it. Do you enjoy reading, Venora? No, not really. Not really? Is it because you can't understand it? No, because most of the time they're cringy. And I feel bored when I have it. Vincent mocked me as he put the book back on the shelf. But how strange it is, don't you think? We're in the basement of the Myers Corporation, yet the bookcase is filled with books on history and philosophy. Of course, I won't complain as those happen to be my favorite as well. But it doesn't make sense as to why they're here. So I not have a jump scare. Whoa. Well. I'm cold feet, aren't we? Did you want to know the truth, Venora? Why are you in such a hurry to leave? Of course, if you have simply changed your mind, I won't force you to stay either. Help me! No, I need someone to talk to in this! I need someone to talk to in this! Hold on! Hold on, hold on, hold on! Hold on! Hold on! Hold on! Come on! Go online, my friend! I don't want to be alone in this scary thing. Help me! I'm trapped! Okay. Okay. Of course, if you have something. Oh, okay. Any hand your puzzle. Wait, I haven't gathered everything yet. Can't leave yet. I need to find a secret chamber. Oh, so that's the exit. Okay, Vincent. We explored it. Okay. Dang it, you're not helping at all. Vincent, you're not helping at all. Oh my gosh. What happened here? What the hell happened here? That's what I want to know. Interesting. The blood splatters on the wall are fresh. It looks like a fight just happened here before we arrived. And this must be a fight between Draco and that monster. Oh, so that wasn't you. Victor it is. Okay. Design crate. It's a poster of Meyer Chan. The poster was firmly fixed on the wall. Ooh, I put my finger, but I couldn't get it off. Benora, may I ask you what your thoughts on the design of Meyer Chan are? It's kind of good. The intent of mascots is generally to serve as a bridge between the brand and the user, reflecting company's spirit and strengths. Myers Chan looks like mechanical prosthetics, maybe a bit too straightforward for many people, but I don't think there's any harm in unique and comical designs like this. If you place Myers Chan next to other corporate mascots, it would stand out simply by making people go, huh? What's this supposed to be? Which is also an advantage in some sense. In other words, you believe Meyer-chan has an advantage as a mascot simply because its design is too peculiar, not because it's truly a qualified design. If you have to put it that way, then yes. By you. As a former lawyer of Joe Myers Corporation, what's your opinion on this design? You hate it? I thought it looked hideous, so that I gave mine to Victor. Wow, I guess I can't really blame you for that. Hold on. A drawer. What's inside? Discard the papers. Cupboard in the drawer. Oh my gosh, what was that? White mug fell out and shattered on the floor. Oh. For some reason, Vincent's face turned sullen. Are you mad at me for breaking the mug, Vincent? No? What would I be mad about? What? Hey, come any closer. I'm fine. I don't need you to worry. What mug fell out and shattered on the floor? Why won't someone leave? Yes! Potential scene! Be careful, Venora. Don't hurt yourself. I won't hurt myself. I knew it. I knew it. Hey, jump scares. Here we go. Whee! Here you are, Inspector. You know, something's been bothering me for a while. Who is this? What is it? Monsieur M. Face reveal. 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 No face reveal. Inspector, if somebody could get a crystal clear view of anyone's memory. Like seeing how a seemingly strong person had actually hidden in a corner and cried out in pain, or the deceit and arguments behind what appears to be a beautiful love story. Someone's painful childhood memories that have been repressed in the depths of their mind. What kind of power do you think this person would have in this world? They would be like an all-knowing, all-powerful god. They would see all those things that no one wants to reveal and discover the truth that everyone is trying to hide. Yes, there's no doubt that they could rule the entire world. And my goal is to be that person. Are you saying? Yes, that's right. My research is getting closer and closer to reaching success. Soon, I will be able to be an omniscient god. I will be able to see everyone's past and spy deep into their hearts. Creepy, but strangely enough. Ever since this time last year, important research documents samples from Montour have been one by one. What's even stranger is you have to be related to the research of this power. You mean they were stolen? Someone is trying to steal our organization's research. It is indisputable that this thief is a member of our organization. Who are you? Monjurem. There's a traitor who wants to acquire this power for themselves? Well, Inspector, have you noticed anything suspicious within an inn on any lately? Sorry, I haven't been paying much attention. That's too bad. You know, Inspector, there's something I've always admired about you. Ew. Whether you're telling me the truth or not, you're always able to keep that innocent look on your face. Gah. Manjuram, I would never lie to you. You're like a father to me. What? Oh, am I? I'm surely. But surely such high-level research for Joe is not something that just anyone can comprehend, wouldn't you agree? The thief was able to pinpoint exactly those documents and samples related to this memory of eating power. I think he must be one of your researchers. Who's that? My apologies. Please allow me to pick up the phone. Hello. Manjuram speaking. Is that so? I see. Well done. What was that? Hold on. Hold that thought, Inspector. Looks like I need to take my leave now. Keep being a good girl, alright? Don't touch anything on my desk. I will touch anything on your desk. Perhaps there's a big secret hidden in this pink envelope. Well, who knows? I'm gonna touch it. So leave. And by the way, you were right. The thief was indeed one of our researchers. You caught him. I'll see you later. If I click the mug, that's going to take me back. From what I've heard, ever since Manjuram received the threatening bit, it became more and more paranoid. Well, to be honest, I actually have no clue what he was like before that either. Tomorrow, I will visit Vincent Edward's mansion and okay. Destroy it. You know, Inspector. Oh. However, I keep thinking about what Manjuram had said today. At first, it seemed that he suspected me of being the thief. But we actually both knew that this was impossible. The reason is simple. I wasn't even part of this organization a year ago. There's no way I could have stolen those things, which is true. Just before Manjuram left, he received a phone call. The person on the other end of the phone may have just told him the true identity of the thief, but judging from Manjuram's reaction, everything seemed to be as he expected. Therefore, it is way more likely that Manjuram, who knew the thief was long before this conversation. In that case, strange. I will touch everything on your desk, excuse me. What do you think? Who do you take me for? Who do you take me for, exactly? Not touch anything on the desk. Manjuram, I wish you had been more straightforward with your invitation. Oh, that was an invitation? Oh, I didn't know. I'll gladly accept that invitation. He actually wanted me to look at what was on the desk. Yeah! Laptop. Oh! Keith Majora's laptop. Oh my gosh. Oh my god! What the hell is this? What is this? I feel like I'm not really supposed to see those photos. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Hold on just a moment. Hold on just a moment. I'm sharing this to everyone. Suffer your eyes with me. Look at it. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? I gotta admit though, he's killing the maid costume. It's good. Huh? Who the hell is you? This picture looks like a clue of some sort. Piano phone up on the desk. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna picture this. I'm gonna picture this. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's good. Can I click on anything? Just laminate it. Should we turn it on? Yeah, sure, fine. It's pink. How nice. Colors have changed, so that's it. The colors only show up when I turn on the lamp. Okay, turn it off? Yeah, sure. Let's pretend we never saw anything in that laptop, okay? Let's go out. I think I have it. Hold on. Okay. What is it, Venora? Were you able to see anything? Yeah, I saw something I wasn't meant to see. At the same time, I also saw something very spectacular. Very much worthy made, you know, that reason. Is that so? Please forgive me for asking such questions. Oh. Would you like me to tell you what I just saw? Actually, yes. This is something I just don't understand. Oh. Have you ever wondered why Myers chose to build half-human, half-robotic cyborg specifically? It seems like something trivial at first, but I just can't think of an explanation for it. In this case, why build half-human, half-robotic ones instead? The cyborgs have constantly fed on human flesh to even maintain their human appearance. This may sound absurd, but I think the Myers Corporation wants to conquer the world. They want to become the new god. And what good would it do them to conquer the world? Isn't it obvious? They would possess endless money and power. Is that so? So, you think Myers Corporation is building half-human, half-robotic cyborgs purely for the sake of power and money? You have realized as well, If that's all Myers Corporation wants, then it's enough for them to keep making the artificial prosthetics they do. Theoretically, they've already conquered the G4 district, haven't they? It wouldn't be a stretch to bring other districts to their knees in the same way. In that case, I'm sure you can easily conclude that there must be another reason for doing it. I don't like where this is going. Cyborgs here. By Myers Corporation, I think I'm a god. Cyborgs are new species that I have created. Oh! They want to create a new world order! Whoa! Man, chance. Voorhees Corporation. That's about Bioengineering Corporation located in G3 district. I want to know what's in G3. I want to know what's in G3 and G2 and G1. And if there's a G6, I want to know there. And G5. Yeah. No, wait, there is a G5. Similar to the Myers Corporation, Voorhees Corporation aimed to replace the current human race with newly created species. The difference is, Voorhees mutants don't need to feed on humans to survive, even though these mutants have special abilities compared to ordinary humans. People don't necessarily agree that this makes them more superior. Presently, tensions between mutants and humans are particularly high in the G3 district. Some mutants do believe that they are better than ordinary humans. But many humans believe that the mutants are monsters that should not exist, and humans are the rightful ruler of the earth. Of course, there are also those who believe that the two can live together in harmony. Myers Corporation witnessed all of that. They came to the conclusion that if they were going to create a new species that is 100% above humans, the survival of that species must depend on the death of humans. Mediocre humans must give up their lives in order to create our utopia. It is a necessary net sacrifice. That's what the Myers Corporation thought. I understand now. It is not flawed that cyborgs Myers Corp produces need to feed on humans. In fact, it is quite the opposite. And that's the intention of the Myers Corporation to begin with. If the cyborgs are placed on the top of the food chain above humans, there will never be a chance for equality between the two. Correct? What's this? Huh? What's this? Some kind of box in it. Oh. Drawer. Anything inside? Sketch papers. Take a look. There's nothing in it. Aww. I was hoping for something else. Nothing special about it. Let's go to another room. Okay, that just ends up there. Hold on, I need to save. I think I know what to do here. Warning. Device will unlock automatically after entering the correct answer. If wrong, device will return to 0 when it reaches 6 digits. Wait. Okay, so 1 is red. 2 is blue. Purple. 3 is orange. 4 is also orange. 5 is turquoise, and 6, that's purple. Access granted. Hey, let's go. Whoa! I need a key. Where can I get a key? And that just leads me there. History and philosophy. philosophy. Can I go outside? I need to go get something. No, I haven't. I thought that if I. I'm on my own. I need a keyhole. I need a key. I don't know the password to this. Okay, I think I might need to go back to the mug. I'm gonna go back to the mug. 55 minutes in. Touch the mug. Touch the mug. Laptop. Oop, no. I'm so sorry about that. Alright. This might end the recording though. Nothing so far. What can I do? Wait. Oh! I got it. Whoa! Full surprises. Won't this work? No, I don't. The Destruction of Leviathan. Wait. In the Book of Job, Leviathan is portrayed as vicious. Okay. It's worth mentioning the Leviathan. It's also the name of the well-known work of political history. I know now! I think this has something to do with... This has something to do with it. It has something to do with the password thingy. I think I can do it now. I think I can do it. Oh. Because I don't know the password yet. Oh. Okay, it is said that Leviathan. Philosophical. What can I do? Can't use the item here. Dang it. Okay, wait. Philosophical. Books on history and philosophy. History and philosophy. Yes, I knew it. This one. Yep, that is correct. I slipped my ass on titles. Being in Nothingness Republic. The Birth of Tragedy. Here it is, Leviathan. Took Leviathan and opened the book. As I had expected, the inside of it is actually completely hollow. Hidden inside is a key! Collected item, a key! Yo, get it. Get it. I got the key. Get the key. I got a key. Give me the key. Give me the key. Box is unlocked. What I find inside is... Oh! Kitty! 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 kitten. Oh, Vincent must love cats. Is this Gucci, Penelope, and Boss? And they're all wearing glasses too. That's cute. There's three of them. Oh. There it is. There it is. RMU 32 2077. RMU 32 2077. RMU.
Four.
3. Wait. I forgot where the slash is. 2077. What? That's all you need to. But I need to only enter the missing characters. So R and U 3 7. RU 37. Yes. Yeah, jump scare time. Let's go. Jump scares. Let's go. No, no, no. I don't want jump scares. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, 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 no. What is that? What is that? Do you remember now? Your mission? No. No. You, I'm sure you do. That man has to die. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like what that was. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. That was terrifying. That was terrifying. Creature sight. Ladies first. You want me to die? I didn't say anything more. Oh no, 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 no. How can you be saying it's about the stage and I get the courage? Oh gosh. I start getting lost in their minds. Oh gosh. Oh, thank you. And all around me were bloodthirsts. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, thank you. What? What? Instead, he had a contemptuous smile on his face. You're gonna feed me, are you? Later in the 4-digit code of the employee passageway. The history and philosophy books in the basement and that college photo in the box. From the time I arrived at Myers until now, I had always assumed that the experience was... That doesn't make any sense, does it? Why would the Myers Corporation call themselves a murderer and use the same combination as the employee access password? And at part on the same day as your accident, why would that have been the beginning of the nightmare of the Myers Corporation? Why would the bookcase in the basement here be filled with your favorite books on philosophy and history? And why does that college photo of you and Victor have a clue on unlocking the secret chamber. If you think about it, there can only be one explanation. Huh? TV? You can watch. There can only be one explanation, because this whole time, it wasn't a secret underground Myers Corporation that was conducting experiments here at the site, but you, Vincent Edgeworth. What? An interesting theory. Indeed, it seems that I can't really blame you for thinking that way. If your suspicions are correct, then why would I come here to help you expose myself? It's simple. Just solve part of your plan. In the case of the G4 cyborg incident, you, as the lawyer of the Myers Corporation, pinned all the blame on the Winston illness to cover up the fact that the cyborg experimentation was planned by the Myers themselves. And yet, instead of being valued by the Myers Corporation, you were almost killed by their carefully orchestrated car accident. You tried your very best and devoted everything you had on them, but all they did was discard you like a pawn. So with this grudge against them, you decided to take your revenge on the Myers Corporation. To defeat the Myers Corporation and become the one in control, you needed to master technology even more advanced than theirs, and became even more frightening than the Myers Corporation. Having come to this conclusion, you decided to rescue Winston from prison and make a deal with him to reassemble the cyborgs that the Myers Corporation had discarded, and together develop a new technology that would strike fear into Myers. That technology is what I have inside of me, the ability to see others' past. Not only that, you actually knew very well that the Myers Corporation was conducting similar research, but their progress was very slow. So you made a deal with a member of Myers' secret organization and had him assist you in stealing all the documents and samples related to...
Mama.
Your mama's there. Around the same time, he sent Myers a threatening video suggesting that you were developing a secret weapon which caused them great paranoia. After you obtained everything you needed, you brutally murdered that member and used his corpse as cattle feed for your constituted cyborgs. His name was Dr. Richard Eminent, strikingly found dead in his apartment, with his body ripped apart. And after that, I was sent to your mansion as a detective to investigate the recent disappearances and the truth behind this G4 cyborg incident. Strangely enough, I can't remember what happened after that. I woke up in your mansion and had lost all my memories, but unexpectedly I gained the power to see other people's past, which I didn't possess before. But the clues I discovered that the Myers Corporation told me the night that you came to your mansion. In fact, you and I visited this building, the old Myers Corporation, together as a pair. I haven't yet figured out what really happened that night, but what I do know is you're the culprit behind the disappearances that have happened in the G4 district over the past few years. You've been secretly reassembling cyborgs here with Winston. You need cattle feed to keep them alive. And me, I was used by you as a guinea pig to test this new power you created, the power to see other people's memories. Somehow you erased my memories to see if I could utilize my new power to find clues about my past. You set up the old Myers Corporation building as a testing ground for me and designed all sorts of puzzles. Then lied to me about finding Myers Corporation business card in my pocket when I woke up in your mansion, and lured me here to begin your experiment. Well, how's that? Is there anything else that I need to explain? Well done, Renora. You're truly impressive. Impressive? In other words, you don't deny anything I have said? Correct. I admit that I am indeed the one behind everything. Plot twist. However, I must comment that there's one fatal error in your near-perfect reasoning. How do you know that you're really Venora, cyborg lady? Are you the one who called me Venora first? True. But have you forgotten, as we discussed before, a person's personality is determined by how much they remember. The reason why I call you Venora is because your demeanor is the same as hers. In other words, I know you have recovered the memory of Venora's and think you are her. I'm a cyborg? But if that same memory was given to another cyborg, they too would think they were Venora, wouldn't they? You're toying with me. I don't believe you. Venora, do you perhaps remember the date of the day you came into my mansion as a detective? Yes, it was December 1st, 2086. And do you know what the date is today? No, I don't. Today is March 5, 2087. That's right. You have absolutely no clue what has happened in the last 3 months. The real Venora is long gone. No! No! You're toying with me, Vincent! I apologize, Venora. I'm afraid I must end our conversation here. Don't you dare kill me! Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. But why? Why are you doing this? If I'm not the real Venora, why are you doing this to me? What did I do to you? Venora or not, your heart belongs to the Myers Corporation. Your body reeks of decay, and your soul embodies putrid corruption. She is yours now, my friends. No, 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 no. There go. I'm here. What happened? Was that me? Yes, I missed chaos. I subconsciously reach out with my right hand and grab the closest, most accessible thing to me. Vincent's tie. I don't remember why I did that. But what I do remember is when I grabbed his tie, my vision started to blur again. The last thing I saw was a hint of panic on Vincent's face. I want to know what happened. No! No! Is it ended? That's it. Here's your package. Have a nice day. Thank you very much. What is going on? Oh, hey, Vincent. There you are. I was wondering why I hadn't seen you in the library. What's wrong, Vincent? You look a little down. Let me guess. That international kid from G2 pissed you off again? No? Then what's the matter? Something happened? I was hired by the Myers Corporation to take my job offer letter from them today. Whoa! That's wonderful news, Vincent. Congratulations. We should celebrate. Uh-huh. What's wrong? Hasn't it been your lifelong dream to work for the Myers Corporation? Why are you looking so glum? Yeah. Why are you down? Why are you down, buddy? It's indeed my dream to work at the Myers Corporation. It's just that it also means that everything at RMU is about to end. I never thought I would feel such deep sorrow about leaving here. In 4 years. Here, I've just flown away. Aww. Yeah, it's all coming to an end. It's dead. I still vividly remember the first day we met. I can't believe that was 4 years ago. Speaking of which, the class will be having a graduation party tonight. Would you like to come with me, Vincent? Aww, go! I'm not surprised at all. I still hate you for that, though. You know, Vincent, they are all your friends. There's nothing wrong with seeing them one last time, wouldn't you agree? They're not my friends. Maybe you don't feel that way, but they do. They see you as their friend. I don't want to be friends with them. Just having you is enough. No! That was cute! Then how about just the two of us? Just you and me, and nobody else. You're almost out of university, yet you've never had a drink, have you? My favorite bar is in downtown G4. Let me take you there like a date. What do you think? Aww. When? How about 5 o'clock tonight? Aww. Yo, can I play in this? Can I play in this? Can I? Are you ready, Vincent? Yo! Wait a second. Did you use hair gel on your head? What? No. Not only that, but you've also changed into a new suit. Yeah? I don't see the difference. You have some nerve to say that you're wearing. Okay, got me there. So get going then. No. What happened? Did you know? The smell, blah blah blah. Are we drunk? We're probably drunk.
You think he's right?
So, 25% of the CO2 emitted into the atmosphere from human activities each year? Whoa. Greenhouse gas on the climate. The ocean sure is incredible, full of wonder. Would you say so, Vincent? Wait, Vincent? Or Victor or Vincent? Guy is getting a PhD after he graduates after. Oh, you're talking about. They're talking about. Oh, they're talking about. What was his name again? What was his name? Albert. I would enjoy my teenies. And what about you, Victor? What are your plans after graduation? Like you, I've been hired by a company. I will be working at their investment department. Some phone is here, Victor. I'm happy for you. Really? You don't look so happy to me. No. Believe me, I really am. I was thinking maybe these are. Aww. No, don't think of it that way.
Stand up.
Aww. Guess you're getting too attached to me, huh? Just going to the Myers company makes me nervous. Sometimes it feels like you're reading my mind. Aww. Huh? What's this? A graduation present from me. Aw, since you're going to be working at the Myers Corporation, I thought you would maybe consider changing your outfit. My tie gives a more professional feel, don't you think? Thank you, Victor. Aw, I will treasure it. Listen, my friend, I'm going to say next may sound a little cheesy. These are the words that come from the bottom of my heart. Do you remember the day we first met each other in our dorm? How could I ever forget? To tell the truth, I never thought we could become best friends when I met you that day. I know. Oh, that was so cute. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of noise.
It's okay. Remove. You know how to remove it, right?
Always waiting for your dentist. Could this be? My job offer letter from the Myers Corporation. I'm sorry, Vincent Edgeworth. I'm afraid you're not getting rid of me yet. Aw, it's cute. So that was probably one of his precious memories. Vincent, are you crying? Nothing is predestined in life. I've always believed that ever since I was a child. A person's destiny can be changed by no one but themselves. At that moment, I finally realized I was wrong. I was terribly wrong. The day we met at RMU, the moment he entered my life. Wow, everything was destined to change. Coming to RMU was my fate. Meeting him was my fate. Getting to know him was my fate. Oh, that's cute. I just remembered that there is a pet store near the bar. I would go get some kittens. Oh, let me see. Let me see the kitties. Let me see kitties. Kitty catties. Vincent, the company is in big trouble. You have to make them believe that this is all his fault, or this might be over for us. My name is Vincent Edgeworth. I am a former attorney of the Myers Corporation. To many people, an attorney stands for law and justice, yet my life is filled with nothing but sin. I do whatever it takes to achieve my aims, forge evidence, bribery, everything. Sounds selfish, doesn't it? But it was all for the best of my company, my one and only dream company. I've never lost a single case I've taken on, even this one. Yet the company paid me back by trying to kill me in a car accident. Pain. Every single bone in my body was crushed. Crimson blood filled my vision. But somehow I survived. The next thing I remember, I was laying on a piece of cold metal. My body removed the organs, began implanting the skeleton. What? Yeah, oh my gosh, there's no anesthesia! I wanted to struggle, I wanted to scream, but all I could do was watch it happen. After hours of operation, I was placed inside the sealed chamber. Countless tubes penetrated my torso. Standing in front of me were the core members of the Myers Corporation. No, there was another figure, a figure that seemed so familiar, but at the same time different. Bonjour! Mr. Myers? Feed him. A piece of raw meat was thrown in front of me. Human flesh. I felt disgusted, but I couldn't help but engulf it. Leave him in the chamber and observe his behavior. Yes, Bonjour. Wait, don't go. No! Tell me. Why? Why are you doing this? I did everything you asked me, devoted everything I had to this company. I know, Vincent, I know. I've seen all your efforts, and that's why I know. You would be willing to take this little pain for this company too, wouldn't you? No, he's not obligated to do this. Goodbye, Vincent Edgeworth. I hope you survive. No. No! Let's get there every day.
That is cruel.
My black tie, it had long been stained crimson with blood. Victor, I wonder how that guy is doing. What would he think if he sees the monster I've become?
Symptoms which give no indication that an echocardiogram is necessary.
Oh.
Going to answer no.
This is all part of my fate. Join the Myers Corporation alongside him, but never be able to see him again. I'm the naive one after all. This entire time I was another one of the Myers Corporation.
Vincent! Di na kasi nila yung bag niya. Oh my gosh! Wala kasi naniniwala
I was never truly accepted by them.
Sabi na lang sa doctor eh. Vincent? Oh my God! Sino talaga tulungan yung bata?
To be honest, I can't give you an exact what I do know is that that man is Vincent Edgeworth, and he will never let anyone that dictate his destiny. No, destiny or not, this isn't the ending I wanted. They can crush every bone in my body and slice up every inch of my skin. But I, Vincent Edgeworth, cannot accept spending the rest of my life here in this rotting, reeking chamber. I have so much more to achieve, and I have so many things I want to see again. Even if I am no longer human, even if it's no longer possible for me to return to a normal life. As long as I have one last grasp, I will claw my way back to hell. No, that's not enough. Make every core member get what they deserve. I will let them know what it feels like to have their bodies torn apart. I will make Myers Corporation pay a painful price.
I know that. I mean,
Yeah.
nothing like this is ever going to happen to us now.
Yo!
Because we're not going home. We're never going home.
You saw all that?
We have each other. That's all.
Yo!
May kapatid pala siya.
Yes, you. You know whom we're allowed. Exactly. Are you?
Not just information.
Me? What am I? Can't you tell? You know, for some odd reason, that didn't scare me. I'm the product of the Myers Corporation, just like you. Take a good look. This is how Myers Corporation treats a lawyer who has done everything. This is why I need Air Force. I know Myers isn't gone yet. Soon, I'll clean them all up. I let go of Vincent's side and ran out of the chamber at lightning speed. Outside the chamber, once again saw the mysterious figure. She was standing next to the box, seemingly hinting at something. Next room. Get out. Benora! Draco! Yeah, it's Draco! Benora, Vincent is going berserk. You need to get out of there now. What do I do? You need to first restore power to this room by operating two control power panels connected to the breaker box. This will activate the 8 touch monitors on the wall. After that, match all the corresponding symbols on the screen, and an entrance to the next room will unlock. I've locked the door behind you, but I can only hold them off for so long. Please hurry. I will. Room 1? Oh shoot. What's going on?
Inside the room. They're inside the room.
How old is this kid again?
8.
Yes! Excellent job, Benora. Just one more to go. Wait. 75.
Yung card niya. Kasi sabi niya kanina check nila
Yes! There we go, that's easy. Touch. What is going on? Perfect. Now all you have to do is match the corresponding symbols on it. Oh my gosh! Okay. I'm good with this game. Come on, please! Good work! Benora! Now all there's left to do. No. No! I don't want to die yet! Please! Benora! Did you really think that you could get away? Haha. Oh, that's creepy. Oh no! Please don't. Come on. Oh my gosh! What the hell? Judgment Day for the Myers Corporation has fallen upon us. Oh no, what am I gonna do here? Live or die? What do I do? Warning, from here on, you will need to answer a series of questions, play mini-games, solve puzzles. Wait! Return. You'll only be able to make 2 mistakes! Maybe one of what 2 mistakes are exceeding the time limit will only immediately lead to death. Saving would be a great idea right now. I did. Thank you for that wonderful advice. That was already too late for me to do. Benora, here you are, standing face to face with me at this moment. Do you think it is fate for us to be here? Do you believe in fate? It doesn't need to say this word. No! Log. No, load. Here. Yes. Mistake. Yes. I know so. Yes, I did it. Nothing in this world is purely a coincidence or the outcome of what we do. Ourselves are intertwining fates and actions. Vincent, I saw your past. I know you spent all your youth chasing your dream, getting to Myerson. It was because you worked hard for it. However, there are also things that you just can't change. After all, oh, I'm smiling! It was your fate to become an outcast and be forced to leave Myerson you didn't belong. How did you? A look of shock appeared on Vincent's face.
Dr. Chen,
There was no shock.
Tinulungan siya ng babae.
But no.
Explain ng babae.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Oh god!
Grabe, nakakainis.
Oh my gosh! That scared me! Tap the spacebar and hit the red target to escape Vincent. Alright.
Ayan siya.
Oh, come on. Alright, where are you, buddy? Where are you? I'm not safe here, but this door should be enough to hold Vincent up. Room 2. I need to hurry. It's starting today. The code for the tin put in change. Also, at the same time, the code for the power supply will reflect this from highest to lowest. Please pass this information to everyone. M. Gosh dang it, M. I'm in a life or death situation right now, and this is how you treat me? No, wait, this is how. Not that one. A teddy bear. Some bullets. Some kind of high tech. Oh shit! Oh my god! A flashlight! Flashlight. Freaking stop! Clothes. What am I gonna do with this? A bucket of cleaning? What am I gonna do with this? To all ICIJ members, will be changed periodically. Also at the same time, we will randomly select 4 members for assessment. Code for the highest level. So what does this mean? Teddy bear? No, that can't be it. Okay. The 2 dots. Flashlight. The bench. And bucket. I do not understand this. What do you mean? What do you mean? Hold on. Hold on, I don't know what you mean. Oh, I don't know what you mean. ICIJ members. ICIJ members. Wait, again? The code for the power supply system will reflect the assessment level of the members during that period, from highest to lowest. Assessment of the members?
I don't want pickles. I don't want
Can't be the teddy bear, right? Some bullets.
You saved that man's life.
Okay. His name is Adam.
Okay, I think it's this.
So, di matanda na ano na kung Hobbies, pero kaya ano
The bench. Rubik's Cube. And then the cleaning bucket.
Okay.
Wait, what's this? I haven't checked this one yet. Confidential, Myers cutting edge. Alignment is bound to bring in the dead. We must make sure to miss. Focus on training special students. The main purpose of the program.
And tomorrow when we meet at the
Regardless of any means or
Remember
cost.
that when I hired you.
Member Chaser. This member is highly efficient, decisive, and rarely makes mistakes. Their lethal power.
cure for you
Hold on.
time and experience.
To take care of your stupidity. Okay.
Corporation rating 9 out of 10.
I'll show him how to.
I need to take a picture of this. Infiltrator, this member is good at blending into crowds, remaining undetected, allowing them to easily sneak into various. Downside is that their work ethic could really be improved, as they are extremely reluctant to do any wrong. 7 out of 10. 9, 7,
Why not?
Because playing things get
Janet.
Well,
Inspector, canny ability. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
So you proud or disappointed?
Where? Just one.
I need to do all this.
You're in this time.
Okay. I just need to find a few things.
Questions?
Okay, highest, lowest. Janitor, chaser,
Race, people.
janitor, chaser, inspector, and infiltrator. Let's go with the janitor first. Janitor is a cleaning bucket, which is the thing with the 3 sticks on its two end. Does that change? Yeah, it just changed. 3 sticks. And the next one is chaser. This member is highly efficient, decisive, and rarely makes mistakes. Their lethal power and quick reactions suddenly make them the top ranking of the task. Any threats to the Myers Corporation. So I'm assuming he's the one with the bullets.
straightforward sa
Probably. Okay. Sticky figure, tree trunk with branches, and Inspector. Additionally, there are turtle wires.
less than excellent.
This member has an uncanny ability to observe and reason, typically noticing any detail that was glossed over by others. Then what is it?
Already has a job.
What do they do?
I've insights that none of the
Is it wristband?
When you accept the United States of the rest of us late, you won't be the one who pays the price.
There's pero sa akin lang.
Sean lets me live up to everything I know.
I'm guessing it's the wristband.
He will be immediately released.
It's the.
And
So
I will
this
resign
one,
my position as
and then what was the other one?
hospital.
We haven't heard from Dr. Murphy yet. Perhaps we should hear from him before we decide to speak.
Okay, what was.
Sean,
I'm kind of in a life and death situation right here. So, stick, trunk,
Hindi naman siya
And then-
makakasalita, di ba? Butal-butal siya.
and then dots. Stick, trunk, dot, and then
I'd like you to tell us why you must be from surgery.
easily master emotions. No, wait. No! Stick, trunk, janitor. Task themselves in keeping all the grounds and equipment sanitary. Do you know, you liar. Inspector. Inspector member has an uncanny.
I think maybe.
Okay.
Tag next to warehouse.
So stick, trunks, and then 2 dots. This member is good at blending into crowds and remaining alone to easily switch to various different situations. The downside is that their work ethic will be improved as they are extremely reluctant to do any work. So, floats, the bench, stick, trunk, 2 dots, and bench. Stick, trunk, 2 dots, and this. Stick, trunk, 2 dots, this. Stick, trunk, 2 dots, and this. Dang it! I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Wait, let me open up my chat. I'm not gonna be surprised if any. Oh no, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Okay, as far as I know, janitor has to be the cleaning bucket, so this one's last. Highest to lowest. Okay, this member is highly efficient, decisive, and illuminates mistakes. Task force, eliminating these threats to the Myers. Wait, Chaser. This member is highly efficient and decisive, and rarely makes mistakes. Their lethal power and quick undoubtedly makes them the top ranking of the task force. Wait.
My brother.
Wait.
He pointed to heaven in front of my eyes.
Hold on. What am I gonna do?
I couldn't save them. It's sad.
Hold on. Wait.
Neither one had the chance to become an adult. They
Wait.
should have become adults.
What am I gonna do? Wait, hold on. Okay, let's see.
They should
As
have
far as I know, the janitor is first.
and
But what's Chaser? He could either
those
be
children.
is highly efficient. So it can't be the Rubik's Cube. That's probably because that's like,
For other people,
you know, put down to several pieces. They probably got frustrated by doing so.
and I once made
Okay,
a lot
wait.
of money, so I could
Okay.
college.
Wait, hold on. What am I gonna do? 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 Wait.
Dr. Murphy, I want to be the first to welcome you to San Jose St. Bonaventure Hospital. We're very proud to have you.
This can't be it.
Sean,
Because I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have no choice. I'm gonna see a spoiler. Bedroom 2.
Yung lalaki, ganyan na. Wow!
Okay, think.
Ganyan pa lang nakaano ka na, hindi ka na pwedeng pumapot ng kahit ano. Nakapag yung... Oo, kaya dapat tao na ang after mo.
Oh no, what am I gonna do? I don't know what. Okay. I'll gather it with everything that I know.
A messy field here.
And of course, it's obvious that I'm also looking for walkthroughs. It's because I don't know what to do. Look at my records. So, Inspector. Then the Chaser. This member is highly efficient.
Never forget.
Decisive. I know. Decisive in their own. The lethal power and quick reactions. Okay.
I remember my first. For you, I'm
The worst
afraid
eight.
it's really true. Your next kid.
Inspector. This member has an uncanny ability to observe and reason, typically noticing many details that were glossed over by others. Easily master true emotions.
It's all the surgeons in medical school. You're much better than that. I have a lot to learn from you.
It's probably chasers. But why was there a girl at the flashlight?
You think that helps you with it?
Flashlight.
Does it hurt you as well?
Wait.
Is it worth it?
Uncanny ability to observe and reason, typically noticing many details that were glossed over by others. Wait. Oh gosh, this is sad.
President of this hospital.
This member is good at blending into crowds and remaining undetected, allowing them to easily sneak into various different situations. I got it! Yes! Okay, come on. Come to mama. Come to mama. Yeah, there. Huh? There we go. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, no, wait. Demon crush, the agonizing pain of my blood being drained. No. I remember everything, Lenora. I remember it all. Oh, he's breaking. And I will never forgive Myers. Oh, shoot. I will slaughter them all. Each and every one of them. No. Question 2? I'm trying to another question. As long as I'm still alive, as long as I still have my... I'll overwrite this. My last breath, I will search every corner of the T4 district. Track down every remaining Myers scum. Tear off each and every one. Seek betrayal. 6 long years of waiting. Yeah, I'll overwrite that. Lenora, are you prepared for your judgment? Your plan will not succeed? Never mind. Load this. Will still be a monster. Yes. Oh, murdering the entire Myers Corporation, you say? To be honest, I don't really care. Even if that's your plan, I'm not going out of my way to stop you. But Vincent, you need to realize there is one thing that you cannot change. Whether the Myers Corporation exists or not, you are and will always be a monster rejected by society with no future. Oh, I know what you're thinking. No, I still have Victor. I'm not alone. But Vincent, Victor is not like you. He's just a human. Sooner or later, you'll lose him, and then you will have nothing left in this world. I am provoking him at this point. Wait. What did you say? I am provoking you at this point.
Yeah.
Remorse or sorrow?
Conspiracy.
Okay, good.
It's my culture.
Whoa! Oh my god!
Very big.
Yes, it is.
Oh gosh! No. Get out, please. Please, close the door. Oh my goodness! Keep pushing, Benora. We're almost there. Soon I'll be able to escape. Room 3. Alright, here we go, room 3. July 23rd. Sunny, I never thought that Victor would actually agree to my request. Although he's always the first person I did. It's probably Vincent. So bad. Victor's the only person. This role has to be filled by no one but him. Carrier. Victor had
Why?
He wanted all memories to take place before that thing happened. Although the carrier won't actually remember those, I could understand why Victor would want that. I complied. No, this isn't even possible. Everything was going so well, but his eyes... I couldn't believe it. They looked exactly the same. The text before, the last line of the diary, looks like it was easily written with trembling hand. 8, 17, 11, and 3.
It's called bedside manner. There's just things outside the door like that.
It is exciting, Claire. You'd be saving your life and we'd be learning.
Period.
See? Dr. Brown, you're my number 2.
With all due respect,
Comments that start that way for
Cute. Hold on, I need to write this down.
You're a surgical team.
Sir, would
That'll be
like-
3. That'll be 1. That'll be 6.
So,
That'll be 7.
they're gonna be my surgeons. Yeah, those.
That'll be 8.
You didn't
That'll
do
be
it.
5.
All the work
then
you do every day.
It'll be 17.
Your hand.
And then after that, 11. And then that, 4. So basically this is what it's gonna be. 3, 1, 6, 7, 8, 5, 17, 11, 4.
Am I being punished for something?
Those numbers in the wall. Okay. 3, 11. I saw 17 earlier. Is there 5?
Face value. 1.
There's an 8.
You're very arrogant.
It's 5 indeed.
Committing to life.
Okay, so 3, 8, 5, 17, 11. What does this all mean? What does this all mean? I am now entered with more questions.
How long will this be?
7 minutes. Without any complications, it takes 7 minutes to do a discharge examination properly.
Touchdown here is already cleared to go, and we need to bed.
Okay.
5.
Protocol requires that the
17,
surgical
11.
department also clears it.
Yes.
Do you have any ear infection?
That's why he's here.
My
They gave him amoxicillin, and we're sending him home, which is why you're here. To send
Memory
him
core.
home.
Right now, I am
This represents each member.
hiatus.
I'm not being discharged.
That's mine. I have the memory core. DNA.
I'll tell you when I know for sure. I don't want to scare you.
Right.
Sabay na mamaya labas tayo.
You may be the first part.
I definitely have the memory core. But what's the DNA?
But I'm using the word fart in presentation to be more casual. You're the president of the hospital, so I'll say flatulence to you.
No, wait.
Well, I appreciate that. Why are you doing this?
She had an immediate conception repaired before we can release her. We have to be sure she isn't suffering from post-operative illness.
This is what Dr. Menendez feels when he wants to be doing today.
I definitely have the memory core.
I'm doing all
But who's the DNA and what's gonna be the outcome?
Well, welcome to your city.
Is it-
Surgical ano siya eh. Ano siya?
There. I think that was it.
Okay. Who's the DNA?
I'll wait a little longer. This is important.
Wait. There has to be a clue. July 23. This role has to be filled by no one but him. He wanted all memories to take place before that thing happened, although it carry over naturally.
Just a couple of weeks, my son is getting married.
His eyes, I couldn't believe it. They looked exactly the same.
They've been doing this for months.
This one. I definitely have a memory core. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not that. I don't know how this will work out though. Martini represents. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's gotten worse.
What do you want us, Yana?
Oh, he's gotten worse.
You too.
You're supposed to make promises like
What
that.
then?
I see what you did there.
Officially,
I see what you did there, Crater. Venor.
Is that what you did?
What do you want?
Vincent, you really are quite persistent. Take a look at yourself and what you've become. Are you really that obsessed with killing me? Venor is running away, the only thing you can manage. Me? Running away? Vincent, why can't you see it? You're the one who has really been running away all
Here's
this
my
time.
thing, so just bear with me.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was a twist. What are you saying? Ask yourself this, Vincent. Do you really think this is all Myers' fault? You constantly tell yourself that Myers is the cause of all your misfortunes. But the truth is, you just don't want to face the fact that it's obvious to you. You can't change what had already happened. I got that correct. I'm so proud of myself. Thanks, Vincent. You're just using your revenge to distract yourself from something you can't accept. Because in your heart, you don't want to admit that what happened in the past can no longer be changed. Perjury, bribery, you committed countless crimes as a lawyer, but you did not do those because you wanted to. Yes, Myers Corporation was a dream company you worked so hard to get into. Of course, you would do anything for them. That's what you always tell yourself, isn't it? But the truth is, you just wanted to fit in. You wanted to be accepted by Myers. Ever since your childhood, you've always been a kid who was excluded by others. Despite that, you never tried to hide who you really were until you entered the Myers Corporation. You started to put on a fake smile, you started to imitate others, just because you wanted to be accepted by them. Just when you thought everything was going so smoothly, all of that happened. Only then did you realize how foolish you had been. You want to go back in time.
Me too.
You want to go back to RMU and start over again. Put a picture of Vincent and Victor together at the university on my pocket. Vincent stretched out his honest right arm to reach for the picture. It's only when you were with Victor that you take your mask off and show who you really are. You seem so impatient. But I get where Draco comes from now. I get where Draco comes from now. He comes from both Vincent and a core memory that's from Victor.
Parents?
Yeah. The little girl has
That has to be
Mom and
it,
Daddy won't stop fighting. This is a medical issue.
right?
Send them home.
I mean, that's what I was implying at the code.
Every patient in this hospital could have malaria.
Sadly, Vincent
And
cut the photo into pieces. To never go back in time to change what has already happened. Is that really something that you should do? No. No.
Because you're right. He thought he was making a mistake, he was saying.
I'm safe.
Just stood by watching, taking notes.
Vincent wanted to charge at me, but as he tried to do so, his coming body moved to the ground.
And the only hospital for that
Vincent. I walked up to Vincent, who was lying on the ground and unable to move. Since your wish is simply unattainable, do me a favor then.
Hindi mo masyado siyang binabang.
I looked on my right foot and stomped it on Vincent's face. Please give up your futile efforts and disappear from this world.
Pero feeling ko
Dang, I'm brutal. My bloodstained foot had stomped on his face again.
You never eat before surgery.
You've already caused so much trouble for the Myers Corporation. Do this one small favor would greatly appreciate it.
You're strong and calm.
Again and again and again. But the same emotion swelling up inside his knees, place on the outside of his chest. It felt exhilarating. I realized that part of what Vincent was completely. Finally, now all there's left to do is finish my mission. I started to walk towards the exit. As expected, I met that man outside the room. Venora! Oh, I'm so glad you're okay. How has Vince, my master, doing?
This is my hospital.
That's my
He's dead.
Did tell me how to go over to you.
Oh,
ano talaga sa mention, no?
I killed him.
Akala nila pa.
Yeah.
Bigat na.
No. But why? Why did you do that? What's the matter? Was Vincent that important to you? I need to ask that. He's my master. No, more importantly, he's my brother.
Isn't it just lying?
I freaking knew it.
It's not lying because people.
Hell, I knew it.
I'm not good at that.
I just knew it. After a few seconds of silence, I walked over to Draco.
Every year to pay for our class trip to Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
But the students were not going on last night. Because family members.
I leaned on Draco with my arms around his waist.
So Samantha had
Oh.
the idea that if he gets
His chest.
and we all thought that was great.
Sorry,
So
Draco.
we're gonna have a
I had no choice. I didn't want to kill him either. I know you will forgive me, right? I even looked at the
No,
truth.
I'm sick.
Because to you, more important than Vincent is right.
Yeah, and you know you're not supposed to start. We need money to food.
Dang.
Is any of that true? Yeah. We're not going to Mount Rushmore.
Right, just two of us, we don't need Vincent.
I can't discharge people if I think they
We're
might
supposed
still
to
be
escape
sick.
from here. Move together for a
It's not what we do.
Dr. Melendez made nurse Friday
Your
night.
brother? Wow.
Should I speak to Dr. Boston?
Wow.
What do you think this job was?
Save people's lives.
I mean, sometimes we can say others. But the job? It's doing what it's supposed to do.
What? Again and again and again? Found it. But Nora, why?
I'm Dr. Peter Brown. I'm from City
Nora, why? Why did you do that? Unbelievable. So Vincent's so-called secret weapon is a cyborg made from his own genes and young Victor's memories. Honestly, now that I think about it, you and Victor are indeed alike. To obsess with someone, you lose all your rationality. Forgive me, Draco. I do appreciate all the help you provided. However, my mission is to destroy you. I tossed Draco's memory card and began to slowly push it on his pocket. I deserve this. It's not my fault. Sorry, Nora. Sorry I couldn't save you. Goodbye, Draco. This is painful! After that, I took the elevator.
Yeah, I thought you want to see it. No, it's not the regular problem.
Inspector, it's been a while. Welcome back to the underground Myers Corporation.
I'm sending you home. You sure?
What is it, Inspector? What's upsetting you? What are all these tears about?
I don't know what to say. Good. I
It's far too painful, man.
My brother said there's a kid named
Wait.
Kenny sick and right.
Wait, what?
You should give us money.
So am I okay? Am I okay?
According to all hospital rules and direct instructions given to me, yes.
Chef? Yes. Kasi, wala ko siya. What's that? What's that?
Eat that.
No, thanks, Dino.
Kailangan nila siya. Doktor? Doktor?
In other words, by taking advantage of Nora and Vincent's past memories, Bonjour M wants to turn them against each other.
Kailangan niya ng tulong siya.
Don't you see? Bonjour M is expecting the woman to come back to the Myers Corporation. By making use of her special power, he wants to make her misunderstand her very own past. Let's just say, in the absence of all your memories, if all you see of your own past are heinous crimes, the only thing that you are just a wicked person as well.
Ay, sinand din niya?
In that case, you must interfere with Bonjour M's plan and stop her from investigating the Myers Corporation. She needs to remember who she truly was before falling into Bonjour M's trap.
Hindi naman siya,
Did you infiltrator, did you really think everything was going to be so effortless?
Tumors entirely encase the large abdominal.
What you don't know is, her power isn't as simple as seeing its past.
It's going to be impossible to cut out without killing
She
her.
can also see
You should
possibilities
get a
in the
biopsy to
future.
determine where the margins are.
What did you just say?
You're welcome.
Being sarcastic.
Oh, I see, because you already know everything I said, and you already sent a biopsy to the lab.
Yes. Because I'm a doctor
Lady
too.
Valeria?
Yes.
Lady Valeria, with all due respect, napping here is not the most sensible choice. Yo, what's going on? Chapter 4, the end?
I'm Dr. Chalmers.
Whoa.
I'm the surgeon resident. Dr.
Okay.
Chalmers is sent to the lab.
Wow.
Will the results be ready?
When I get to it,
It's very important.
very important.
I guess.
Let me
Thanks
see the
for
other
watching.
orders. I'll tell you which ones are most important, and you can do them in that order. I'll be honest and fair.
What is not the way first?
Alright. I guess that's the end of everything.